Hey YouTubians, Wolfpack, how's it going? So today I want to talk about the future, like what's going to happen, what are the plans, sort of a deal. Like, you know me, once I say it out here, it's what I really work towards. So I thought, well, today we're going to discuss the journey and how things are going and what's up. Okay, so that's what we want to do today. So if we go back 4.5 or 5 years ago, can't remember exactly. It was right after my eighth operation on my leg. I had four operations on both leg in total, but it was after my eighth operation. Um, a little while after that, maybe 5, 6 months, whatever. I was really depressed, and stuck in a wheelchair and 515 pounds, and accepted the fact that my number was going to be up soon. But then Dad and Doc, and mainly Dad, he got to me and said he didn't want me to go out like that, and he was pretty upset. So we decided that I was going to get better, train for Strongman. He was kind of serious about it. I was kind of joking about it at the time. He says, yeah, yeah, I want you to enter a strongman competition. And I said, yeah, okay, sure. And he said, no, he says, you don't have to win or anything. He says, if you can get from 515 pounds stuck in a wheelchair after everything that's wrong with you and even enter a contest, you've won, right? And I thought about it for a second, and I said, okay, Dad, we'll do that, right? That's how this whole thing started, basically. So I started watching what I was eating, started watching what I was doing, doing exercises in my wheelchair, curling weights and lifting my leg up and down on the floor, and like little things. I was doing that for quite a while, and I lost about 100 pounds. I think it was about a year later. I was about 100 pounds lighter. So then I invented Soup Can Boogie and a couple other things I was doing, all in hopes of losing weight and getting strong enough to actually train to do strongman. So, I was working really hard just to keep my word to my dad, really. So anyway, I did that, and then I got to, I don't know, 380 or 400 pounds or something. Can't remember what it was. I was able to stand up by this time and do a couple of exercises standing up, and Dad was so over the moon over that, and it just kind of encouraged me to keep going. But anyway, fast forward a little bit. So I got to the point where I lost 265 pounds, and I was exercising and doing stuff. So Dad said, we're doing it, we're getting there. And I said, yeah, we're getting there. And he says, okay, we got to get rid of this wheelchair next, right? So I started really working on my legs, trying to get my legs strong enough and walk around like just in the house a little bit. And first few times, obviously, I fell on my face. But eventually, I got a pair of forearm crutches, and I was able to go 100 yards, and then 200 yards, and then half a kilometer, then 5 kilometers, and so on and so forth. And then I was able to do the same thing with one crutch instead of two crutches. And then I retired my wheelchair like 20 months ago, or 21 months ago. I retired the wheelchair, said that's it, I'll never touch that son of a bitch again. And I retired it. And I retired my forearm crutches, I don't know, a few months back anyway, maybe a year ago, maybe less, I don't know. Anyway, 20 months went by, and I was able to walk 5 miles without crutches or without the wheelchair. And I had lost 265 pounds. And that's pretty much, like in March of this year, is basically when it hit me. I realized I was done training enough to start training for Strongman. I reached that point finally where I was actually at a spot where I could start training for Strongman for real, instead of training to get to the point to train. I finally got to the spot where I could train, for Strongman. So at that point, I really started working a lot harder and doing a lot more with it, and really focusing on my health and all my diseases I have, and trying to get them all in remission and keep them in remission. And it's a big job. Like some days the osteoarthritis acts up, but that's nothing compared to what else goes on, right? Like trying to watch out for the Crohn's and the lupus and the diabetes and the epilepsy and the neurological disorders in my spine and in my nervous system and everything, and my BMS and all that shit, and all these burnt bone spurs and everything. I had to find a way to try to work with them all to try to keep them in control. So specialists and doctors and this people and those people, and working really hard trying to do everything and anything I could to try to calm that shit down. So I started with a new therapist and a new chiropractor and all that shit. And they gave me all kinds of exercises to do for mobility and stuff like that. So I've been working on that for the last 8 months. And you know what? It's slowly but surely it's paying off. I mean, with the bone spurs, they still stop me in certain areas, but it's night and day, chalk and cheese, to how much more mobility I have now. Because of their good work and their helping me to do these things, right? So because of that, my mobility is getting better and better. Still got a long way to go, but it's getting there. Like I mean, like it's I'm doing much better than I was, 8 months ago. And then on top of that, 6 weeks ago, I got a new team working with me for my diabetes and my epilepsy and my Crohn's and lupus and all that, with my dietitian, my nutritionist, and my diabetes nurse. They're all working as a unit, trying to get everything fixed. Trying to keep so that stuff I'm eating, the stuff I'm taking, the medicine I'm taking, the treatments I'm doing, they all work together in order to try to calm everything and keep everything better. Now, I gotta take my hats off to them, because for the last year or so, I was averaging 20 for a while, then 17 for a while, and everything else. Couldn't get below 16 to save my life. It's terrible. And I'm not doing well at all with diabetes, with the sugar levels. I was doing crap. But these people really put the effort in, and I'm putting the effort in obviously too. But these guys obviously know what they're doing, and they tailor-made this because of all the different things that are wrong with me. I have to be very specific with what I'm doing and stuff like that. 17 for a week. Now, with what they've been doing, with what I've been doing, you can see the average is now 9. All right, so my average sugar level for the last 7 days has been 9, which is unfathomable. Right? I haven't had that in years. So my hat's off to my team. Yeah, the sugar levels are bang on, and you know, we're getting better. So that's the other part of it. So here I am now in my mid-60s, and I'm stronger and healthier than I've been in like 15 years. It's like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, no, I'm a lot stronger over these last 10 months since March, and since training to Strongman, and really not training to become one or training to train. I'm training Strongman. Finally, I got there, and I'm really kind of proud of myself for that. I got to the point where I could train for Strongman instead of training to get strong enough to train for Strongman. So I'm quite happy with myself. But anyway, hope that all made sense, that jumble bumble. But anyway, in the last, since March anyway, I've doubled my strength basically, or almost doubled my strength. So I'm quite happy about that. Now, compared to the younger guys, or compared to everybody else, you know, maybe still a bit weak or whatever. Not that strong really in the grand scheme of things, okay? Grand scheme of things, I'm not that strong. But I don't give a shit about that. In my scheme of things, for me, I'm doing amazingly well. And I'm quite strong. You know, when you consider, not even 2 years ago, I couldn't lift 25-pound bag of potatoes off the floor. Okay, I couldn't do it, no matter how much I tried, right? From building the Grove up until now, night and day. So I'm very, very happy with my achievements so far. Being able to sit here and say to you, yeah, I'm training Strongman, and that's what I'm doing. Not just training to get there. And my first competition is going to be December the 14th. So I'm very excited about all that. It doesn't matter how much weight, it doesn't matter how much of anything. What matters is you do the same thing, and you be consistent at it, you know, and work your way up, slow but sure. That's the only way to do it, right? So anyway, yeah, I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking my first comp's coming up December the 14th, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to going to Texas, you know, and competing in that competition. I'm hoping to make a difference, you know. I'm hoping that it'll help things in all kinds of different ways for myself, especially for my own courage and my own confidence within myself, stuff like that. So that's my big hope for the whole thing there. And now everybody's asking me, is this a one and done? Are you just going to do this one competition and quit? I'm at the point now where I'm thinking, yeah, okay, so 10 months you've gotten this strong. But when it comes to the training and it comes to the weightlifting, you're a baby. You're just brand new, right? 10 months is not a long time to be training. So I've decided that 100% I want to see how I'm going to be in 10 years. Okay? But I'm going to go do this contest. That's a given, 100%. I'm going to go to the homeland. I'm going to Scotland. I'm going to win a contest there. I'm going to go to Ireland and win a contest there. I'm going to go into the States and win a few more contests in there. I'm going to go to Manitoba. Manitoba Strong, they have great contests. I want to go win a contest over there. Yeah, so I've decided, and I'm saying it here officially, I'm going to give her hell for 10 years. Okay? I'm going to work my ass off, train like hell, take my rest breaks, all that shit. And I'm going to give it 10 years. I want to see how strong I can get in 10 years. Now, 75, that'll probably be my last contest when I'm 75. That's my plan. I want to do for myself, not for anybody else, when I'm 75. So that's my plan. That's what I intend to do. And you know what? I can't see any reason why I can't do it. Who knows in a year from now? Who knows in 2 years from now? See, I don't know. I don't know the answer. What I do know is I want to find out. Okay? I have to find out. Call it my need to know. Okay, it's my need to know what I can do in a year from now, and in 2 years from now, and in 3 years from now. That's my need to know. Well, that's what's going to be driving me forward to doing all this training and all this work. Dedication, hard work, do the hard yards. Yeah, I honestly don't see why I can't. You know, for the next 10 years, this channel will be alive and well. If I have anything at all to say about it, you know, if fate allows, this channel will be up for the next 10 years, and I'm going to kick ass, and I'm going to win a whole shitload of little trinkets to put in my house. Okay. All right, guys. Hope you have a wonderful, blessed day, and we will see you later. Bye.